Traders, we're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. I'm going to be sharing with you my live trading session today. We can see that the price is creating a slow consolidating structure. We have a move down followed by a two-legged pullback, and this downtrend created a break and a new extreme was formed. After that, price is consolidating and we have a 1 minute before the market opens. When I'm watching this right now, I have no clear bias of what I'm looking at. I'm basically going to be looking at this as a small trading range, but this is not a healthy trading range overall because we are making a series of lower highs and lower lows. So I'm just going to be watching the chart and play this potentially as a trading range, focus on my very shortened trend lines so I can clearly see a break and the new extreme because I want to follow the trend line rule. Alright, quickly resuming the video, as we right now just had failed second entry long below the exponential moving average. Right now we're looking at trading range structure. We are drawing the shortened trend lines and we can see that this is the highest high of this entire move up. And this is a trading range. We are swinging up and down, and we have a new high. First entry long, push below EMA confirming bearish momentum, second entry long failure. I wanted to go short below this bar right here as it was forming very bearish, but it ended up reversing as a doji and I scratched the idea, and you guys can see there was additional bar that formed right after, but I didn't really manage to get in this one because this one is quite a little bit big. You're risking quite a lot, but you guys can see that the failed second entry long worked. There is a break and a new low now for the downtrend. There's a reversal pattern, failed second entry long below the exponential moving average. So we can see that the price created a break, two legs to a new extreme of the downtrend, which is indicating that the downtrend is no longer in play. Price didn't manage to push all the way down this support, and this is telling you something that there may be a potential bullish imbalance, and we have a strong push above EMA. So as we are pushing higher, I was expecting to get on board of a failed second entry short because we have two legs down, we didn't make it to the support, and we have a strong push above exponential moving average. Problem is right now we are very close at the highs of the trading range. So price is still working in this sideways trading range and is starting to get very messy. So you really need to be careful and take good entries. Once we are at these highs, I gotta be careful. So right now I've been sitting here without taking any single setup. You guys can see what a messy price action this is. And this is where you really have to trust in your skills and trust in yourself to be patient, because this is a trading range without static highs or static lows. You guys can see we are making higher lows, but at the same time we are right now making lower highs. We are all over the place. We are just now ranging in the middle of this trading range. This is very messy, very choppy price action. There was a second entry long, but it was directly into this resistance at the time and it was quite stacked, so no entry right here. All right guys, quickly resuming video as we may have second entry short forming. Let me quickly get in this. I'm going to go for a 6 tick target profit because the market is extremely slow and I see a new low, first entry short, pullback higher, second entry short, below exponential moving average. We triggered higher, instantly reverse down. We're below EMA, uptrend played out with the break and a new extreme, and this downtrend needs a new low, and I'm looking for a new low for price to go from the top all the way down to this bottom here. So we'll see if we can get the scalp here. The only problem with this trade, it is quite congested. The EMA is in the middle of these bars, but it is the only decent entry that I see for the day, and I'm completely fine with taking a risk here. We'll see if we can get it. Normally you want to avoid these trades that are a little bit too stacked, but we'll see. I kind of like it. I like the nice momentum on this bearish bar. The market has been really slow. There really weren't that many opportunities. This is extremely messy and choppy. You guys can see that the highs are not static and the lows are not static. Nothing is static. We're just all over the place. But this is just a first decent setup. I like this setup right here, but I didn't really prepare myself to take this entry. We'll see if we can manage to get the scalp here. You guys can see how EMA is getting completely flat. We're starting to stack up. If this was a normal day, I would not be entering, but every single setup during today was really slow and kind of stacked because the structure is just so weak and so slow. So that's the only setup you're probably going to get today. We'll see. Nothing I can do now. They may trap us here. Now it's getting really sideways. Yeah. I still kind of like it though. I still kind of like it. I like the momentum, how it take the highs and reverse down. Really thought we were coming off the highs, heading down to these lows, and we got stopped out. So this is our first trade for the day, but I like it. This was one of the few setups I saw today. I didn't really see any other setup today that I would like. So let me mark it, and yeah, we'll see if we can get another setup. But you guys can see how inconsistent it is. We didn't make it to the bottom. We just didn't make it to the top. We overshot the top. No clean setup here. Since the market is not offering me any setups, I want to go back a little bit and talk about the two-legged pullbacks and the measured moves, because it's really important to understand how price moves. If we take a look at the downtrend structure early, we can see that we have a break of a downtrend, and we can see that there is a first leg, pullback, second leg. So this is a two-legged move to a new extreme because there's a break and a new low for the uptrend, and now we are looking for a new low of the downtrend. We can also see that there is a uptrend working higher off the low. So there's the first leg from the bottom, pullback, second leg to the top. So once you train your eyes to see the two-legged pullbacks, you will understand when you're anticipating the setups. Also, if I take a look, if I zoom out a little bit, this is the first leg up, pullback, and we have a little bit of a second leg up. And there are two legs inside of this move right here as well. First leg, pullback, second leg. And we have two legs down like this, first leg, pullback, second leg. You guys can see not every single time the legs are measured, but you guys can see this is specifically visible today because today is very slow and very messy trading range. So only thing you can follow is the very shortened trend lines and the two-legged pullbacks. Also right here, first leg down, pullback, second leg down. We can see first leg down, pullback, second leg down. We overshot it a little bit. First leg up, pullback, second leg up. But this is why you want to learn to read the chart so you can spot these two-legged pullbacks easily. And the reason why it is so powerful, because after you have a break of the first leg, because generally that will set up the trend line, you expect the second leg to follow, and after that the trend played out. You guys can see after every single two-legged pullback, or most of them, the trend has reversed, the trend played out. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video, and I haven't taken a setup since my last trade right here because there just weren't that many opportunities to take a good high probability setups following the rules. You can see that the price action is still all over the place. It is a still messy trading range. No static highs, no static lows. If you're going to be drawing wider patterns during a slow range like this, you're not going to find much of a success. You need to stick to the very shortened patterns, shortened trend lines, so you can clearly see a break and a new extreme. And you guys can see this was a congested area. I didn't see any setup right here. There was a second entry short, but you pushed first above exponential moving average, so not really clean entry right here. So hopefully I can get some nice high probability setup, because there are generally every single day there are 2 or 3 high probability setups. Right now I haven't really seen that many. This trade right here was quite good, and this second entry short was quite good because now the trend had a break and a new extreme, and it looked like 2 legs up. All right, resuming the video, and still didn't take any setups because the market is completely unclear to me. I'm just sitting patiently. I don't want to jump the gun and make a mental mistake of taking a setup which I'm not really sure about, which I managed to find a bigger bearish bias. But so far I really didn't see any good high probability setup. At the time I was playing a trading range like this, but once this felt second entry long, push lower, I deleted the trading range, and right now I'm focusing on this short-term downtrend, because still this is a trading range structure, even though we are slightly creating series of lower highs and lower lows. I'm a little bit leaning towards a second entry short at the EMA, because EMA keeps pointing down, this downtrend is in play. So once we get a break of a downtrend, we should get retest of a new extreme. At the same time, we are close to forming a double bottom, so I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce off of here. But other than that, I didn't really see any decent setup. There was quite a decent lower high. I just wasn't reading the chart with confidence at the time. We will still got some time. I hope to get a few good setups to make this back. All right, guys, quickly resuming the video is I'm going to take a short trap. Actually, I'm going to use, maybe we can get here. All right, we got filled on a filled second entry short above EMA. I'm going to go for 6 ticks. Actually, I'm going to go for 8 because the volatility has picked up a bit. And what I'm looking at, I see that we have a strong downtrend, but all the channels I drew, we have an overshoot for all of these channels. So when I'm taking this short trap, hold on, we may get target, and we got filled. So I'm going to move instantly my runner at the break even, because this trade right now is just a bonus. And the reason why I like taking this trap, even though it looks like the structure is very bearish, is because every single trend that I drew had an overshoot. You guys can see this downtrend has overshoot. This bigger pattern has overshoot as well. If I take a look at the 5-minute chart, it's way overdone. I like the fact it was a strong bearish momentum down, and in split second, market instantly reversed back up, indicating strong bullish momentum. When you see this, this is, you know, good sign that there are a lot of people probably shorting above the EMA, and we just had a failed second entry short above EMA. Every single pattern keeps overshooting. That's how you can confirm that there are multiple overshoots. We pushed above EMA, we had a first entry short, but that wasn't a good sign to go long just yet, because we can create additional pushes down. But once we pushed above EMA and the second entry short pushed above EMA and it triggered below bullish bar, if you trigger below bullish bar on a second entry short, this is not a great bar to sell below, and it instantly reversed back up. So you know, a lot of traders probably get trapped going short too early. Instantly reversed back up, indicating strong bullish momentum. EMA still holding price, a little bit of counter trend entry, but I like that it was such a great trap, because every single downtrend I drew had an overshoot, and this is not normal. If you have overshoot over one pattern, that's okay, but you guys can see that we kept pushing lower so hard. If you take a look at other patterns as well, other time frame, the 5-minute chart was very overdone. So I really like taking this as a trap. Overshoot a lot of times lead to a break of a trend line or straight up reversal. So this was our second trade for the day. I had to sit here the entire day. I'm actually going to tight it really tightly. I'm going to take 4 points with this one, because it's very late at the day and chances are I might not get the runner. And since I had a one losing trade, I really want to cover it back with this runner. So, but you guys can see I was sitting here the entire day because price action really didn't offer me any high probability setup. There was a sell-off working lower. I expected after break new low to get a reversal pattern. It never happened. And then when market sold off, we just kept creating series of lower highs and lower lows. But there was no good second entry short that would offer us opportunity to enter this second entry short form, but it wasn't quite touching the EMA at the time, and I already had the overshoot, so I cannot take this when I have this overshoot. And once there was the final piece of overshoot, that's how you know that the overshoot leads to a breakout trend line or straight up reversal. We got our runner hit, but at least good 4 points. All right, traders, I entered lower high on a golfing entry right here. I'm gonna move my stop loss 1 tick below the signal bar. All right, I still get my initial scalp 6 ticks, so we got out of that early. But I was looking at the lower high entry after uptrend played out with the break, 2 legs to a new extreme. I had an uptrend like this at the time, but I was drawing this uptrend when I saw price pushing higher. But then in split second, we had big 3 bearish bars pushing lower, which basically confirmed the overall bearish momentum. That's where I decided to take the lower high on a golfing entry. But I liked it because we basically have 2 legs up, first leg, pullback, second leg to a new extreme, and then strong push below EMA. So the lower high confirmed a big 2-legged pullback on a larger pattern, right? And our runner may get stopped out very quickly. It's basically 6 minutes before the close, so the only and the runner got stopped, unfortunately. But runner is just a bonus. Only I'm trading this late because during the entire day I didn't see any setups. I really had to focus on very tight and shortened trend lines at the very beginning of the day, but there weren't that many setups. This one was pretty decent, but I just took a loss. I was shaken to take it. Then price action really never gave us a decent entry after that, a lot of congestions, and it's really hard to read it because take a look, we have another trading range in the middle, kind of in the no man's land, so you don't know what you're focusing. Downtrend pushing lower. I expected second entry short, never got it. Expected reversal pattern, never got it. Even expected reversal pattern here, never got it, and market just continued pushing lower. Then we had the overshoot, and then we had these two trades. There was a nice new high, first entry long, second entry long, which I hesitated because it was too quick. But EMA kept holding price, and you probably figure we're still going to create another like the new high. But I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been a long and grueling day. One of the worst days of price action, to be honest. Early, I had to sit here to the very end hoping that I will get a couple of decent setups, and fortunately I did. And this one was quite aggressive because I ended on engulfing because this signal bar was small and it happened really quickly. I only like engulfing bars when it ticks higher, reverses down without hesitation in a split second. Once there is a little bit of hesitation, I don't like entering on engulfing bars. So hopefully you guys had a good day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.